Warning, this video is intended for audiences who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
William, hey.
Yeah.
Hey, how did you feel about Marvel shooting the Black Condor Ranger in the stomach like that?
Why is it always Guy, man? Always Guy is getting the short end of the stick somehow.
I love how that's like the best thing that they realized that came out of Jetman to the point where now every time they have to do some type of weird Jetman reference in a Sentai, they always just have to recreate Guy's death, right?
Yeah, instead of getting stabbed though, he's getting shot in the stomach. Which
right. It's really funny, right? It's like how like if someone take like the most memorable moment from episode 3, right, when Vader revealed, and then every time people reference episode 3, they always just do the I am your father bit. That's it. Right?
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
While ignoring everything else about the franchise. Right?
Yeah, it's just that's all you'll ever remember, or if you ever see a Star Wars, just like I am your father, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else. Oh my god! And so for this, apparently they just want to have Guy die every single fucking time. They have to make a reference to it.
At least is that actually him, and it was like some weird puppet, right? So. You know,
I guess, but it doesn't make. I don't think it makes it better because that's what he's been amounted to, just a death reference, dude.
That's his legacy.
His
right?
legacy is his death. Yes.
Oh, right. That's the only thing people are ever gonna remember him for is how he died.
Look. In fucking like Zenkaiger, they had a whole thing where it was legit just him dying. Okay, that was him just dying, and then here it's him, it's fucking dying, and from the one episode I saw from Gokaiger, it's talking about him dying, you know. So yeah, it's pretty fucking significant, all right.
But basically, right? Guy is there just to serve as a warning. For the audience now. That's what it is.
What, like, don't be a hero or you'll get shanked?
Yeah, that's it. Don't be a hero, you know, right? Let crime happen, you know, right? Look, the world, it turns out you can just randomly die one day, you know, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like the author could just randomly write you to die to a random scenario, right? Mm-hmm. Completely foregoing everything that has been established about your character, you know, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
unless your character is somehow Jesus and can survive within the vacuum of space, or as your co-worker's body just float and freeze to death, you know, right? Unless you're Jesus, of course, right? And you survive that, right? Basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Right? God, fucking hell. I'm waiting for the segue at this point.
Oh, well, to be fair, this isn't one of our regular videos, so we don't have to put a segue for this.
Wait, so there's not going to be an intro to this or anything at all?
I mean, we'll say the title, you know, right? We'll say about how this video is one of our many backlog recorded video to establish to the audience that this is a backlog recorded video that we record and then keep on our keep it in my hard drive for like many months until something happens. Like, I don't know, let's say one of us have a mental breakdown or something and is unavailable to record, right? And that's requiring me to ask another person to come in and substitute for that other person to record, but then that other person is somehow stuck in the Atlanta airport because they're covering an election, right? So that way I'm forced to finally upload one of our many backup recording video. Hey, to date the audience, right? Mm-hmm. I finally uploaded Yodana episode 2.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Do you remember when we recorded Yodana episode 2?
What? Fuck no. I don't know.
I can't remember. I'm trying to.
I genuinely don't know when.
Let me go to the hard drive so I can pull up the. Let me go to the file. Let me look at the file creation date. Let's see. Kira Major. Let's see. According to the properties, created Wednesday, March 30th, 2022, 9:40 p.m.
Oh my god, that's so long ago. Holy
yeah,
shit.
Look, that's why we have videos on the back burner, you know, right? Just in case for these type of scenarios. Just like today, when the audience is hearing this video, you know, right?
Yeah. Jesus.
Right? Boy, look, I think it's a great September, you know, right? Right? Right now, right? Outside, looking outside, you know, right? There's no riot in the streets, you know? All the states are happy with one another, you know, right? No protesting of any sort, you know, right? The Supreme Court made a good decision in September for something, right?
Yeah, sure.
Everybody loved it, you know, right?
Yeah, sure. Everybody, everything's going right in this timeline right now.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, what a great September where the Supreme Court made a good decision, you know, right?
Exactly.
For whatever their decision in this September it is, right? What a great September, you know, right? I'm sure. Fuck. It literally just came out like yesterday or something. Like, who's the singer of that stupid band that sang that song?
The stupid band that sang that song.
Oh, Billy Joel. Yeah, that's right.
Billy Joel.
Yeah, he was like there was like an article of him where he was like in like a UK concert, right? And he renounced his American citizenship, right, in the audience because of the decision, right?
Oh my God, really? I didn't catch this news yet. Holy shit.
Yeah. Hey, but don't worry. It's September, and Billy Joel is back in America. You know, he's performing live this weekend somewhere in America.
Yeah, sure. That's not inaccurate at all. Actually, you never know. I don't.
Yeah, look, it's September, right? Anything can happen in September, you know, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, all right. So hey, I guess we probably can talk about 10 Gokaigers now.
Yeah, since we've installed the normal amount of American politics within the fucking
yeah. So now we have no more reason to bring it up for the remainder of this video, because it will serve no actual purpose within the discussion of the movie for us, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. It will be really dumb and ignorant for us to randomly spring to a random discussion about American politics or the story writing of Star Wars or Game of Thrones out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, things that we got rid of, gone over with, done right now. All right, William. Hey, there are not 10 Gokaigers in 10 Gokaigers, all right?
I figured that after seeing everybody who's fighting in the team, we're surprisingly not number 10. You know, there are not 10 members.
Right. So I want you to guess. Right. So you know nothing about Kaizouku Sentai Gokaiger, right? Except for that one episode where you watched the Jetman Legacy episode, right? So you know absolutely nothing, but except for like very few knowledge based on what I told you, right?
Yeah.
So why do you think this is called 10 Gokaigers, right?
Well, I'm assuming they called 10 because it's like a 10-year anniversary thing or something, right?
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's the only reason why they call it that. That's it.
That's very weird, right? Because you could misconstrue that so hard and thinking like they just added because like from what I'm seeing, it's only like 6 members, right?
I mean, 6, 7 if you want to be lenient and call the bird a member, right?
You don't call the bird a fucking member.
But you don't consider you don't consider R2-D2 as part of our crew?
Okay, look, here's the difference between like this fucking bird from what I'm seeing in R2-D2, okay? R2-D2 will go up and kill a bitch, alright? This bird just will get smacked by a bitch, alright? That's the difference between R2-D2 and this fucking bird, okay?
Also, by the way, I want to let you know right now, the bird does not break the fourth wall when Gokaiger aired, by the way.
Oh. I guess that
This is the only time, right? It's not like fucking Setchan from Zen Kaiger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who kept breaking the fourth wall to tell the audience her bad job of explaining past Sentai, right?
Yeah.
Right? So the bird's name is Navi in Gokaiger, right? Navi's role in Gokaiger was to serve as plot explanation and to literally move the plot forward because in Gokaiger, right, the Gokaiger, the 5 members, right, the 5 core members before Geiger were all aliens, like they're not humans, right, they're humanoid aliens, right, that came to Earth, right, not to be the Super Sentai team to save Earth or anything. They're like, hey, hey, we heard there's gold. We heard there's treasure on this planet. Give us the treasure, or right, and everything, right? And then they just happen to keep saving the planet because the evil alien kept getting in their way of them looking for money, right?
Yeah, that
Right,
I
and
do
so
remember
now we like
significantly.
every episode had to be like, oh yeah, hey, you guys should go check out that giant Palm Beach building over there, you know.
Yeah.
So hey, maybe you might find some Super Sentai team members over there, right?
Oh my
So
god.
I just love how there's like two Kira Major reference in this fucking show. It's like the funniest thing out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, I
Like
know.
here's the thing, right? This aired during Zen Kaiser production, right? This didn't air during Kira Major production, right? So just having fucking them just doing Kira Major was pretty fucking funny, right?
Yeah, and they literally they literally just go to Crystalia to serve as a plot device for later on too.
For no fucking reason, they just randomly go to Crystalia, right?
Yeah, but it was to get the item, which she
Yeah, I
was
mean,
just
yeah,
like,
just get the item, but it's really fucking stupid, right?
yeah, it's not. It's just like. Also, do you ever remember that item being a thing?
Nope. They just made that shit up for this thing, right? I had to
my
think
God.
about it long. I thought I was like, was this a plot device in a Kira Major episode, right?
Like
I actually.
Yeah, but in all of Kira Major, I'm like, they never use this shit at
No,
all. Dude.
this thing did not exist. It's just like some dumb shit they made up for the movie. It's just like they just want to go for like some stupid. They just want to do a Kira Major reference, and then they're like, they just want to do like a Kira Major callback, and that was it.
Well, yeah,
right?
that's
But then,
because they use
but,
it
but,
as
but the
an
thing, but the
excuse
callback
for
that they do is irrelevant because the item that they use has nothing. Pretty much has they literally could have just gone to go to the stupid fucking Kaito's candy shop. And, hey, do you guys have the mirror that revealed the alien secret? You guys do? We'll take it. I'm so glad this candy shop has it.
Honestly,
Right?
I mean, unless we then to be fair, just because I'm not, unless we've missed some fucking what's it called, some other extra media for Kira Major, then I really don't see the point of or if the item is what I mean. It's unless we
Yeah,
miss
the
something.
stupid
I don't
stupid
think
show.
so.
Yeah, no, it's really irrelevant. It's
Yeah.
really they just wanted an excuse, right? Just to be like, oh hey, we have the. I guess they still had the actor on contract or some shit, right? It's like, hey, we need you to show up for an hour to record a 30-second scene, and that's it.
Yeah,
right?
honestly.
All right, so where do you want to start off with Ten Gokaiger, right?
Well, I suppose from the beginning, except for the one bit where you got the and I don't know his name off the top of my head, but it's who was later revealed as the Blue Ranger, I guess, right?
Yeah, Joe. Mm-hmm.
Have you once I started replaying the video in the beginning, what was he shooting at?
Yeah, it's still not very. There's a lot of really bad plot explanation in the show that doesn't make a lot of sense, right?
Yeah, because the thing is, I remember later on is oh yeah, he went there to peace. He found the ship was all broken down and stuff, right? And that's fine or whatever. But in the beginning of the movie, he has this long ass pistol. I don't know what the term would be, right?
A blunderbuss? Is it a blunderbuss?
No, a blunderbuss is more like a shotgun, if anything. But no, it's not from what I'm looking at. It looks like a pistol with a very elongated barrel. I don't know what the term would or the name of said weapon.
Yeah, right.
Terminology, but
Yeah, no, he shoots something, but they don't. Right?
Yeah, and later on,
I thought he was lighting the remains of the ship on fire, like a Viking funeral type of thing, right? But then when we because they show the scene later, and it still doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah,
he just shoots the ship and walk away, and that says like, oh. Fuck did you? Why did you shoot? You literally shot at nothing.
Yeah,
nothing happened.
And with the way he's looking so aggressively at the camera, it feels like it was intended to be he was shooting at someone or something, right? Rather than maybe the ship. And it's no, he was just doing that, I guess. So,
yeah, he do some weird burial for the ship, right?
Yeah, honestly. But I mean, even then you do it like you do like a 7-gun salute, or you just shoot a couple times in the air, but not like
yeah.
once
Like the
missing,
point, like
in the
he's
middle of
like
nothing.
even if he was doing a salute for the ship, he looks so aggressive doing like, yeah, fuck this ship, fucking dad, you're so fucking glad you're dead.
Yeah,
You're dead.
they had that whole thing where like the fire is like reflected off of his pupil or something, and so it makes it seem like it's like either like a revenge thing or like some aggressive, like he's destroyed something, that kind of thing. So it's just like, all right, I guess.
Right,
But,
it's so fucking weird.
yeah.
Right? Yeah, so anyway, so meanwhile, back on planet Earth, we have the lamest member of the Gokaiger, Doc, on Earth again, right?
Oh,
yeah, by the way, well, yeah, even within the show, everyone treated him like shit, by the way, right?
I can
It's
see
really
that,
bad.
with how they
Like
treated
even
him
like he even had like a whole
movie.
character arc within the actual show where he was like, why do we need a doctor on this ship, right? I don't do enough doctor work as my job of being the ship's doctor, right? Like he actually had an episode of self-doubt, right, where they had to be like, oh hey no doc, you're actually important, we got to make sure we don't get scurvy or something, right?
Well, did it turn out that did he have special purpose? Was he useful for the team?
Look, he existed, right? It's like they're like, oh no, Doc, we need you to form the other arm of the Megazord, right? We need you.
That's all he wanted to, just another arm.
You're an important member of the team, right?
Oh my god. So he didn't amount to much, is what I'm hearing.
Look. In order for us to do our finisher attack, we need to insert a 5th key, all right? And we only have we each have to use one of our hands to hold the thing, and another hand to insert the key. Meaning none of us can insert the 5th key by ourselves, right?
Yeah, well,
So we need you to be there to insert the 5th key for us to do our cool fight, our finisher attack.
Technically, that's not even true, considering what like in the movie. Apparently, they can switch keys.
Oh yeah, which is real fucking funny. I found that to be real funny.
So I guess he's not really needed. You can just give it to somebody else. Like, hey.
I mean, yeah, he was kind of there as a comic relief, but that doesn't help when we have Guy Ikari, the Silver Ranger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who ended up being a more comic relief character, right? Originally, he was the original comic relief, right? And then the guy came like, well, just like he was more of a comic relief, right?
Yeah, because from what I'm seeing, like from okay, please, I'm not gonna remember their names for the life of me, but
Yeah.
But yeah, basically green is basically comic relief, but then it's like you get Silver, who honestly acts out so much more. Like he does so much exaggerated movement and shit, dude.
No. Within the show's narrative, he was a fucking weeb, right?
Oh,
that was his.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, like within the show's narrative, right? So within this. This is all within like I guess the Prime Sentai timeline, right? Where every Sentai season was on the same planet, right? Because the show makes a big noise like, hey, Japan keeps getting attacked. We've been getting attacked for like almost 45 years now. We should really do something about this, right? The fact that they addressed it as the plot point narrative in the show, like, it's really glad that they acknowledged the fact how Japan keeps getting attacked, right?
Yeah, But
yeah. But anyway, hey, Guy finds some kids who tries to sell him some books, right? Oh yeah, by the way, you can buy that encyclopedia, right?
Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured that looked like something I could actually buy if I went.
Yeah, it's like $30. It's pretty good. It's like 30, $35, right? It's a pretty big too.
It's not bad actually. That's not a bad price.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, right? It's like yeah. Yeah, but that's the problem with these Super Sentai encyclopedia books, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? As soon as a year rolls over, it's immediately outdated, right? Right? It's immediately outdated, right? Like every textbook to have ever exist within any college course setting, it's immediately outdated as soon as you buy it, right? Literally, as soon as you put your credit card information, or you give the cashier the bill, the second you actually own it, it's immediately outdated. Your professor will tell you, oh no, that book's outdated. You need to buy this one now.
Yeah, because considering every year is a new Sentai, it's just like, oh yeah, well, there's a new edition coming out next year, and then the year after, it's gonna be outdated because it's gonna be another fucking Sentai.
That's why, yes. Hey, so Doc sees some kids, right? Who's like, hey, look, check out this cool Sentai book. You can go to your local Japanese bookstore to buy right now, right? Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So then it turns out within like the 10 years that Guy has been off. Hey, battle royale, because the kids love that shit, and gambling, right? Like,
The
that's how
fact that,
Japan
look, I can't. I,
circumcise is gambling a problem.
I can't get over the fact. Also, isn't gambling illegal in like fucking Japan?
Yeah, but hold on, but I think it's different because you have people in spandex suits fighting, so you can get away with it, right? Right? Look,
Mm.
Japan has a lot of laws, but Japan also has a laws on how to get around their laws, right?
Oh right, because people do gamble. It's just a different form of gambling.
Oh yeah,
It's
well,
just
what do you
it's not
mean?
under
Well,
law.
people are just putting this metal ball in, and a bunch of other metal balls are just coming down. What they do with those metal balls that their metal balls traded for is up to them. Sometimes they might get a lot of metal balls. Sometimes they might get no metal balls. That's their problem, right? That's not gambling. That's just them playing a game for some metal balls.
Oh my god. No, but
Yeah.
like shit. No, no, no. No. We exhausted the gambling bit. Never mind. I was confused on where we're going. Anyway,
Okay.
but also I can't get over the fact that like in this like they're they removed the age restriction on this shit, which means
Oh yeah, no.
anybody fucking gamble though. That's
Oh,
what I
well,
want.
what do you mean? It's not gambling. We just had this bit,
Oh my
right?
god! But it's just like you're getting like 5-year-olds or like fucking like from basically
schoolers, right?
anyone. Anyone can
Mhm.
fucking place bets on this shit, you know?
Yeah, on which Super Sentai team will fight to the death, right?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Also, it's really funny how the first Sentai team started off with like these with 4 teams, right? Right? You have Shurikenger, Ninja White, and Aka Ninja, right?
Mhm.
Then you have Dyna Black, right? Right? Who
Yeah.
doesn't belong here in any sense, right?
Yeah, you know, but
Right, so
hey,
I haven't seen Dynaman, right? So I don't know if this actual character within the show was actually a ninja or not, right?
I mean, from what I'm seeing, he very much looks like he belongs. I want to say we talked
Probably
about
was
this
a
for
ninja
like a
because every
baseball
other
or something.
Sentai team that they sum it up are all thematically relevant to each other, right?
Yeah. Because there's like some form of like like ninja-esque thing, you know, but then you get like
Mm-hmm.
Dynaman, who's just honestly to me from what I'm seeing, he feels like he belongs in like a baseball field, but that's probably just because of the
Oh
uniform.
yeah, no, that was his original thing before they changed it. They were too far in production with Dynaman, right? The original design of Dynaman was that they were a baseball themed season, right? And then they
Oh.
realized that was fucking stupid, so they changed it to something else. But they already made the suits and everything, and they're like, no, baseball. What's that? This is technology or some shit, right?
Oh wait, really? Is that what they
Yeah.
like? Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, they were like really far into the production of Dynamite before they changed it, and they're like, oh what? And they didn't they didn't want to get rid of the suits, right? So they're like, yeah, fucking no one would notice. No one would notice that these suits look like they're baseball, right? All right, yeah. And also, by the way, hey, be sure to be sure when you film it, show them up using their baseball bat-looking weapon. By the way.
Yeah, they weren't exactly
Yeah,
changing things up.
and ignore the fact that they just throw balls real fast, and when they do, they do like a little pitch before they throw their ball, right?
Look,
Right, for no reason, right? That's
maybe
not
all
baseball.
maybe all future ninjas are baseball players, you know?
Oh, that could be it,
Look,
right?
that's the only way I can explain why he's there.
Yeah, but anyway, people in Japan love betting on Sentai and everything now, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. Even you see like the mother like teaching her 2 children like how to fucking gamble on fucking Sentai. It's kind of wild.
Or the elderly couple who's betting on right. There's a big problem with this line that they said, right? When the husband's like, I'm gonna put my money on the on the dark horse ninja white, right? Right? And the wife was nagging him, was like, oh, because she's prettier, right? Like, no. Here's the problem, like, so it's been since I've seen it, but I think Ninja is unironic actually the strongest ranger out of those 4, right?
Oh, I
Like from an actual lore perspective, right? She's
mm.
actually the strongest out of those 4 rangers, I believe.
Look. All I'm saying is that like from what we've seen so far, they could have potentially nerfed her character. You know, you never know.
You're right, yeah.
But like,
Yeah,
I mean,
but
I wouldn't know because I haven't really like I wouldn't know the specifics on the stats or whatever, so I can't exactly say whether they're stronger or not.
Right.
But yeah, everyone's fucking gambling, and then this is when we get
Yeah.
this is when we get Green getting explained like an explanation on how like fucking like how everything works. Like, hey, yeah, everyone gambles with the Ranger keys,
Yeah.
and everything like that, and everyone's welcome to fucking gamble. No, it doesn't matter what
Yeah.
age you are.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
right.
then
Japan government said it's cool now, right?
Yeah, you get like you go back to like the fucking like the Ministry of Defense, right? And they're like, oh yeah, now we can thank this specific person who made this to create the system.
Yeah, we somehow convinced all of the Super Sentai team to give up. So here's the problem, right? So within the Sentai lore, right, the Ranger Key existed after every Sentai team gave up their powers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so like these are like the actual physical embodiment of every much respective Sentai power right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's pretty bad. I was just like, oh yeah, no, yeah, we somehow convinced all them all to just give up their keys like that. I was like, oh God, I don't think that's a good idea. Don't know why you would do that, right? I mean, they say that the previous Sentai team members can get their keys back. I was like, but still, I don't think you should have all the keys, right? Right? Because the key only exists with the Sentai spirit, that respective Sentai spirit or some shit, right?
Mm.
Right? So the fact that they show all the keys means that, okay, well, I guess Japan doesn't need a defense all of a sudden, Guess everything's okay for all the Sentai team to just give up their keys, right?
Yeah. But you look, man. They probably just paid him a hefty price, and then you're like, hey, Lamau, we can just have this now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so anyway, guys informed that they found Doc, and he goes off running off, and then meanwhile, Marva's crash landed on the planet in a stupid looking ship that serves no relevance or anything. That's not any callback.
It gets him from A to B. That's it.
Oh no! I was trying to see how much reference they go. I thought this would have been like a past Sentai reference, right? But no, it's just a random ship. It's literally just like a random design ship that they just gave they just had like a intern design in like 5 minutes. Like this is a good enough ship, right?
Yeah, and then I think it's like after that you get like more like the.
Yeah, more Sentai battles, right? And then that's it. Like, yeah, a lot of Sentai battles going on, right? But then don't worry, Doc develops a healthy gambling problem, right?
A healthy
Like,
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, look, based on my knowledge of gambling, look, as long as you're winning, you can never lose, right? That's how it works.
Yeah, exactly. You just keep on betting, you'll always win, man.
That's right.
Yeah. And even if you start losing, you just have to keep betting. You'll make it all back eventually.
That's right. That's exactly what I tell people when I ask them for money. Right? Yeah. Hey, I need another $300. I'll get it back after, right?
Yeah. I just need to do a quick bet. Look, if I bet on this person right here or this horse right here, I'll win. I'll make it big, and then
So
I can even pay you double.
Look, I'll put it all on black. I have a 50-50 chance of winning, right? That means I will definitely win, based on that math.
Yeah. It's like there's no way this will backfire at all,
Mm-hmm.
But
right?
yeah, I mean, like this is when like what?
Yeah, so Guy and Doc catch up, and then we found out that Doc sold his key. And he's like, oh yeah, I sold my key. We don't need that. I don't. Oh yeah, we stopped being Super Sentai team because the band broke up and everything. So. Right, because nobody's friends anymore, so I was like, I don't need this scam, I'm sell it. And then, meanwhile, fucking on Crystalia for some fucking reason, right? We have the Pink Ranger visiting, Takamichi, I believe was his name, right?
Yeah, Takamichi, I think it was, right?
Yeah, right? Yeah. Alright, so here's another lore drop, right? So why do you think the Pink Ranger is visiting Takamichi, right? Let's get some context clue on why this is happening.
Wait,
right?
You mean aside from like the later revealed reason of getting like the key and the fucking shit?
Yeah. Why do you think she, out of all the team member, is visiting Takamichi, right? Let's try to based on our knowledge of Kira Major, right? Right. With your knowledge, let's try to get some clues together to figure out why the Pink Ranger, out of any of the team's member, is visiting Takamichi, right?
I mean, out of from all the clues that if on her personality, on how her like if we're talking about just on based on her and her demeanor, it's just because like she seems like a very graceful character, right? So I would assume she probably.
I mean, that's probably good, but let's focus on Takemichi. What is Takemichi within relationship to Crystalia, right? Right, for him to be talking like this random woman who's coming in like, hey, Takemichi, I need something from your planet's fucking vault, you know, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. Let's use those context clues, you know, right? Why do you think she's the one that has to ask him this stuff for this stuff, right?
So why Pink is the one who has to ask
Yeah.
like, Takemichi for shit?
Right? Like for him, like, hey, I need you to go to the king's vault and get me that stupid shield that's your country's fucking treasure, you know, right?
Look, okay. I want to say it, but like I'm okay.
I don't know. There's no wrong answer, right? Because you don't know the right answer, you know, right?
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know, like on Takemichi. Well, I mean, unless she's like, well, because you know, she's like she can charm her way to like with basically any guy, right? But like, that's not. I don't. Otherwise, I don't really know.
Okay, so the answer is that she was a princess. That's it.
Wait, is that really? Wait, she's a princess?
Yep.
Princess
She was a
turned
princess
pirate?
before. Yep. Before her planet got cannibalized, right? By the invading army, you know, right? But don't worry, her planet was restored. Her planet was restored or some shit.
She basically shares the same backstory. What?
Oh no, I think like her in Gokai, her planet was like, everyone on my planet was massacred and I escaped.
Jeez, all right. And then she just became. She just became a pirate and just decided to fuck
it was either that everyone on her planet was massacred, right? Her mom, her dad, her brothers and sister, or she was like, I don't like being royalty, so I'm leaving this planet. It's one of those two, all right? Well, I can't remember off the top of my head, but they're pretty much the same background story, you know, right?
Yeah, honestly. Ooh, so
yeah, but that's the reason why. Yeah, she was a princess. That's why.
All right. I literally thought it was just because. Well, I mean, I guess it plays into it because she was a princess, so she has that like whole grace and dignity thing down, right? But like, I would have figured. I mean, I guess it still tracks because it helps to negotiate and be a dignitary and shit like that. But whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that was.
Yeah. Like, meanwhile, Joel is just looking at the burning remains of the ship.
Yeah, after he shot some holes into the.
Yeah, he was like, oh man, this fire isn't big enough. Let me create some more spark just in case.
Just like the quickest scene of him just standing in front of the fire, and then that was basically.
Yeah, it's really weird. Most times, it's like I didn't understand what's the point of that, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like, unless it was just trying to draw some suspicion, because it's like they were doing the whole thing where they were teasing that the team kind of broke up, when in reality they really didn't. Like by the end of it, but it's like I guess that might have been why, and they did the whole like, I don't know what you would call it, like the red herring of him just shooting at him across the screen. But even then, it's kind of really weak, you know. It didn't really like make me. There was nothing there. I mean. For me, right, because I don't really have any real stake in it. I'm just like, okay, this is whatever to me. So I don't know if maybe for like you, when you were watching, you're like, what the fuck?
No, it was just really red. I was like, there's no reason, right? It's not like, right? So fucking weird. I was like, right? I literally thought he was the reason, right? The way that they made it seem earlier in the movie was like he was the reason why Marvin's got his eye.
Because
that's what I thought that was being implied throughout this, but I realized, no, it's not. It's just some fucking. I guess he's just wanting to start a fire on the ship. That's it.
Yeah, honestly. But I mean, like in one case, it makes sense, like to like distract and confuse your audience, but like if it doesn't have like any real world context, then the context is like that you're using just doesn't make any real sense logically, you know.
Right. It was really fucking weird. Yeah, like this bit is really fucking confusing if you think about it, right? Yeah, like everyone else's story bit within the show makes sense, right? Like, he was like, I'm just gonna watch this fire.
Like if we saw a scene earlier, like where he just basically maybe shot at the enemy, you know, and that way he was saving Marvelous or something, then that would explain like why he was all angry and shooting at somebody, right? But we don't even get that. It's just him shooting at like in the air for some fucking reason, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's,
right.
Anyway, I think past that, this is where we get like fucking We get the bird just doing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
things
Yeah,
and
that's right.
stuff.
Hey, oh, yeah, hey, look. We find out that Doc. Hey, look. Darkest gambling high is running down. It's going down now. All of a sudden, right?
Oh yeah, who would have thought? Who could have predicted
Yeah.
that, right?
Oh my god, I can't believe something like that happened to a winning guy. Right?
Yeah, I cannot believe he had all the luck. How could he be losing?
I know. Then it's all going down, right?
Yeah,
So then we
exactly.
cut to this scene with Battle Kenya and Denji Blue beating the shit out of Goldbuster and Magi Yellow, right? So this is not a reference you're not gonna get because you don't watch Sentai. Because we see one of the commentators react very strongly to this, right?
Uh-huh.
Alright, so here's the fun little Easter egg. So the commentator actor that reacted very strong is the actor that played both of those Rangers.
Oh, really?
In the past, yeah. So here's Sentai's, like I said, Toei's a very cheap ass company, right?
Yeah.
Right. They don't want to afford people, right? Actors, giving
they don't
them
wanna pay
living
them
wages,
living wages, yeah.
right? Don't want to pay for them to travel out of state, right? For stuff, right?
Wait, they don't even do that? Really?
Oh, right. I don't know what you're talking about, right?
Oh my god, what the fuck? It's
Right.
like that little tip just makes it even a little worse. Oh my god, dude. But yeah.
Yeah. So the commentator, Matsumoto, I believe is that was name, right? Yeah, he was the actor that originally played both of them in those respective season, right?
Uh-huh.
Right, and the character of Denji Blue and Battle Kenya were played by the same actors in their respective season, right? It just shows how Toei was just lazy on hiring new actors. And they're like, hey, look, you want to come back for another Sentai season, right? Yeah, so that's just like a little fun reference to those who knows, right? But it feels really weird when in context if you don't know, right? To see why this actor, why the commentator guy was reacting so strongly, right?
I was very weirded out myself. That's actually very true because I'm like, why are you acting like? Because literally beforehand they were just normal announcers. So like maybe one's a little more excited, one's kind of not to balance the personalities out. But then you see here like, okay, what's happening here?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he was really sad. Yeah, that's like a little Easter egg actor Sentai production trivia. The fact that he was the actor that played both of those Rangers in their respective season, which I think was really cute.
Yeah,
and
that's
funny.
Pretty fun. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool knowing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then don't worry. It turns out that language beats King and the concept of light. Right.
Also, I'm really like of all the gambling reasons you could have to like bet so much on a character. That's probably not the best, Just because.
How would language beat winning a fight against a king and the concept of light? Right. He was in the right track. If you were to give me that, I was like, why the fuck would I bet on language?
No, look, here's my counter. Here's my counter to that logic myself. It's because of language that we have those two concepts.
Yeah, but William, light it is what created when God was born upon the universe. Though.
Look. All I'm saying is God made the word, and the word is the bird. Okay, so that's
okay. The word, what language is the word of God?
Yes. Yeah. Well, sure. Yeah. Until well, I can make a whole bunch of Christian references, but I don't think we need that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But
right.
Tower of Babel. Anyway.
Yeah. This is how much Doc is seen as something as a low tier character within the Sentai, right? So even within the actual Sentai, he was really seen as a low tier, right? Because within originally Gokaiger, right? Like all the characters had a bounty on them, right? Like there was like 10,000, 20,000, right, like that, right? And I think Doc's. Yeah, his was really fucking bad. He was literally treated like Chopper with it like how in One Piece so I don't know how much of One Piece but
yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. No,
right, because how all the members of the Straw Hat Crew have an actual bounty on their head, right? Mm-hmm. As opposed to Chopper was $5, right? If you bring us this reindeer, we'll give you. Actually, no. If you bring us this reindeer, you pay us, right?
Oh my god. What the fuck? No, that's really bad. Holy shit, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway,
God damn. This guy.
Yeah. So anyway, they're all and they're all cloudy. Everyone thinks that Doc is a fucking loser and everything, right? Mm-hmm. But don't worry, Luca comes in with her flintlock, with her vintage flintlock pistol, right?
Yeah.
He's like, hey, look, I got Marvelous. There you go.
Also,
give me my money.
She probably had to pay for that laptop afterwards. Honestly.
No,
shooting out the fucking desk.
No, her entire character is gonna be like, this is not my problem, this is your problem, right? After, like, even though I caused this problem, it is not my problem because this problem does not involve me. It is a problem for you, not a problem for me, right?
Oh my god.
That was her entire character dynamic, right? Just because I took away the wet floor sign and some guy fell, that is not my problem. That is your problem now. Right?
God
I
damn,
needed
man.
this wet floor sign more, okay?
Oh my god, dude.
I needed this wet floor sign to throw at that guy to slip on the puddle of water, okay?
Oh my god. You think she's also like, once she learns that like something like that happened, she would just make sure all the wheelchairs disappear and the crutches so that the guy can't even move around afterwards?
Oh,
and
that's
just make it
right.
his problem.
She's like, I needed this chair more, right?
I needed all these wheelchairs and all these crutches. You didn't need them. I needed them
I
more.
needed these crutches to break their legs, alright?
Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, she sounds pretty
Yeah.
pleasant, doesn't she?
Yeah. She was like, yeah, give me money, yum, yum, right?
Oh my god. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I can see that after how she negotiated to fucking 300 million fucking yen. Jesus.
Right, so Marvin says like, oh yeah, hey, he's gonna fight 100 past Sentai members or some puppet spirit or some fucking shit. I thought this would be some great moments to, right? Then we just see a bunch of random people around Japan get their gambling problems ready, right?
Hey man, I mean, what else are you gonna do to like ignore the what's the current crisis that they're having right now? There's
Well, in Japan, a lot of crisis. Low birth rates, women's rights.
I'm assuming LGBT would be also a thing, being like
Yeah, right. Probably some pornography issue, right? A lot of problems in Japan,
yeah, and we can distract like, oh, you know what? Maybe that's why they allowed the gambling, so they can distract from all the other issues.
That's a pretty good idea.
I mean,
right?
It looks like it's worked so well so far, honestly, with how everyone's just like literally sitting around just gambling away, Strangely, gambling has unified the country. I don't know.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so Marvin's first opponent is Black Condor from Jetman, and he kills him by shooting him in the stomach.
Yeah, also it's like basically practically in the same place where he got stabbed too, and everything.
Oh no, I think that was the point. I think they deliberately made it shot like that for that reason. All right.
No, yeah.
I think they knew what they were doing. With
Honestly,
that.
though, I felt like if you're gonna do that, you might as well have gone all the way and stabbed him with the goddamn sword itself.
No. I think it would have been way more funny if there was just a random bench that was in the fucking
Like,
cliffside where they were fighting, and they had the puppet like before he disappeared, like he topples back into the chair, right?
Yeah, I would have loved it.
That would have been way more funny than I think about it. They should have just done that.
I think it would have been great. Like, no, like all that happens, but instead of it just like being like, instead of it just having it appear, it just randomly scene changes into where he died and then he falls into the fucking bench. Yeah.
Oh, that would be fucking great. Also, yeah, Marvelous defeats 99 Sentai Spirit.
Also, yeah, but he also kicks ass, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, no, he was a cool guy,
No, like he's literally killing
cool...
people in like 3 strokes of the sword, and then it's just like they're down, that's it. Or he'll just shoot them up. He'll just shoot them up, and they're gone. They're dead. Like this guy literally kicks ass, dude. Like what the fuck?
Right.
Oh, good. But he defeats basically 99 of them with a quick little montage of what are actually pretty fun little snippets of fighting, which I kind of wish we saw a lot more of. But we run on a limited time limit. We have a time limit here, so.
Yeah.
So he defeats 99, and then guess who is number 100, right? It's the Silver Ranger.
That's right, it's Guy. I am the 99th opponent for I am the 100 opponent for you now, right?
Yeah. Ooh, excuse me. Good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so they have their little fight, and then he gets his ass kicked, right? But don't worry. But in the end, don't worry. Right as Marvelous is about to deliver the killing blow, Marvelous trips like an idiot, right?
Yeah, he trips into an invisible force field, and then he gets his ass fucking kicked in one.
Yeah, and then he loses. That's right.
Yeah, and then this is when he's like, oh well, you know what? We can keep our gambling system now. And now Marvelous goes to jail. I think.
That's right. Yeah. So Doc gets knocked out by the security guard guy, right? So then this is where one of my second problem of the. Oh wait, no wait, it doesn't happen yet. Yeah. So anyway, I move wherever the fuck the Pink Ranger comes in and saves him, right? It's like hey, we're gonna run away. We're gonna run away. Can't catch us, right?
Yeah. Also, a very graceful escape, I would
Oh yeah,
say.
yeah, no, yeah. She was, yeah. That was her princess aesthetic within the show,
She
basically.
honestly makes
right?
it work. It actually it's like really kind of cool just seeing how that all happens, you know.
Mm-hmm,
But that's just me,
mm-hmm.
just because of my limited interaction with these characters and just seeing her do that.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking cool. But then
Mm-hmm.
they start sending like after they escape, they start sending all the other Sentai to fucking hunt them
Yeah,
down and
yeah.
shit.
They pretty much sent all the police Sentai Rangers, right?
Oh, what were they? All the police Sentai?
Yes. These are all the Sentai members that the secretary were all actual police member, right?
I
It's
do
pretty awesome when you
know-
look at one of them and you can see that one of them is an actual police, right? But the other
Oh, yeah.
the other right, like so you have a Momo Ranger, Denji Green, Go Yellow, Time Fire,
Yeah, I remember
Deca
Time
Blue,
Fire.
and Go on Black, right? Those were all police member or who were thematically themed based after the police, right?
Well, Time Fire was like a guard, or he was like working on with the company who was just for the defense of like Japan and shit because of the whole monster shit
Yeah,
that
so
happened.
yes. Everyone was pretty much a police or right member, and she's like, "Hey, go after them," right?
Yeah, and then he's just like you get like fucking Silver complaining about it, like you can't do that. That's gonna set a terrible precedent, that kind of thing.
That's right. I can't believe this company would misuse this power that was given to them.
Yeah,
Right?
I can't believe the government is misusing the power that has
Yeah.
been given. Yeah.
I can't believe that they discovered this powerful nuclear source of energy and then they decided to misuse it. Right?
Yeah, who would have ever thought?
Mm-hmm. Right? And the worst part, they did it twice.
Yeah. But also like this
Oppenheimer was right.
Wait, was it Oppenheimer? Whatever. It's Oppenheimer. I don't fucking know his name. Fucking how to say it.
Don't worry. Don't. Christopher Nolan will soon teach everyone how to pronounce his name, so it's fine. All
Oh
right?
yeah, he's making that movie, isn't he?
Yeah.
Man,
Wait. Fuck. Is it with Universal now, right?
I think it is. Look, all I'm saying is
That's
I can't wait until we find out like where Oppenheimer is recruited into like for fucking Tenet. Can't
And
wait
look,
to
I can't wait to go to the movie theater in the middle of a pandemic to go see it. Right?
Yeah, it will save the movie theater like fucking.
That's right.
It will save movie theaters in general. Oh my god.
That's right. It will save
dumb
everyone's favorite form of pastime, paying $15 to go to a dark room for 2 hours to watch a movie instead of paying $12 for them to watch it from the comfort of their house, right?
Yeah, exactly. All the while eating like overly priced theater food, where like a bucket of popcorn is like $30 a pop, probably.
Right?
Yeah.
That's right. That's Christopher Nolan's favorite thing, commercialism, right? That's why in all of his movies he loves to merchandise it, right?
Dude, I never knew he was such a fan of Atlas Shrugged, dude. Dude, I swear to God, if they ever ask what his favorite book is and it turns out to be Atlas Shrugged, I will I will not be surprised. I'd be disappointed. But yeah, I mean, they
Did
get
you ever
like
watch that, by the way?
what the movies for Atlas Shrugged? No, I
Yeah.
have not. I've heard they were
Okay,
terrible
yeah.
though.
Oh, were they? I have them saved, right? They're on my list, and I just never got to bother watching them.
I
Right.
mean, the book is not great to begin with because it's literally it's already been explained in one other book, and then what she decided, I'm gonna explain my concept in more in depth than ever. All the while I'm taking a bunch of fucking drugs. Which was a bit. And God, she has a weird thing about sex too, Ayn Rand. It's just it's weird. Capitalism. It's whatever. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into my
Capitalism is kind of weird, right? If you think about it, what's the deal with capitalism?
Yeah, what's the deal with money? What's the deal with the free market, man? You don't dig the free market? You telling me you don't want to like unregulate everything in order to make as much money as possible while exploiting the workers that are right under you? Wild.
Yeah, so anyway, yeah, then Aimu turns out knocked out Takamichi to steal from him, right? Which is the funniest thing.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, I know. It's also like, oh wait, no, I keep forgetting. That's not where she gets the key. But like, did they just give that up? Is that like the lore now, where the Kita mages literally gave up their keys to the fucking ministry, even though like Takamichi's up in fucking space?
Yeah, it's really. Yeah, I mean, like, I guess he doesn't need it because he's on Crystallius. He's like, look, I don't need my Sentai powers,
Yeah,
right?
I
I'll give it to
guess.
Earth. They would use it more, right, than me, right?
Yeah, yeah, but I'm just like
Yeah. So
that's
anyway, yeah. Then
whatever.
Marvelous and Aimu gets
Mm.
gets cornered and everything, right? Right, by the police raid. And this is where one of my biggest problems of the movie happens, right? Is
Mm.
when guys complain to the Minister of Defense like, hey, you guys should not do this, right? And
Yeah.
I guess the other secretary guy knocks out Guy, right? Which I thought, oh yeah, that makes sense. He's questioning the minister, right? So it's like, yeah, you can't have it. But they knocked out the intern guy,
Yeah, I
right?
don't like initially like I kind of understand like he's like one of those guys who probably be against it, but he wasn't even speaking out, and it's just
He
like kind
never
of like
like I mean like we knew from our like he knew he was self doubting, but those characters had no reason to self doubt that he was going against
yeah,
their master plan.
honestly he was just kind of standing there being like, what the fuck is happening, But
And
he didn't
then
even
they knocked
say
him out, which I
anything.
was like, I legitimately thought I missed this. See when he spoke, I was like, hey, this is probably not a good plan. But no, they just randomly decided to knock out him too.
Yeah,
It's like the
honestly, he's
funniest
just
thing. I was like,
it's
it
literally just
makes
like
no
collateral
sense.
damage, dude. He's literally collateral damage where it's just like, oh, yeah, I have these two fists. One is for him, but what about the other one? And he looks to his right, like, for him. I can use it on
Oh,
him.
I need to beat up this guy too. Hold on.
It's like, you just happened to be in the way, kid. I was like, I wasn't even there. It's like, you're right, but my fist wasn't what needed to be in that space you were standing in right now.
Gee.
But yeah, then they all end up in fucking jail.
Yeah, a nice looking jail too. There's a shelf. This jail cell has
Yeah,
a shelf.
it's weird. It's just like it's a weird thing to look at
And
this
there's a
place. Like,
fucking oh wait, I'm reading. Look at there's just a fucking table in the background too.
yeah, yeah, I know. And they give you a wall where you could probably like. I mean, I know there's a window and stuff, but they give you some amount of privacy if
Oh,
you're
there's
on
a
what
sink
assuming
and
is
a
like a
bath
toilet.
and a nice little shelf, nice little place too.
Yeah, honestly, it was just kind of like, all right then.
It also looks pretty spacious and stuff. I'm
It
not gonna
is.
lie.
It is like I mean, it's a jail. It's like basically it's a jail cell. But for a jail cell, it's pretty nice, you know.
Right.
But this is when you learn when Green is
Yeah,
like he
Doc.
yeah, Doc, right? Okay, I have to start
Yeah.
remembering the name. So Doc.
And you have to remember these names. I'll just say them. Yeah, I'll go. Like none of these names are ever gonna come up ever again for you, so it's fine.
That's fair.
Actually, they might come up. I just realized that when I remember what we have to do next week.
Oh right, the fucking two guys.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Hey, you should remember all these characters, the Gokaiger team name, right now at this
Oh,
instant,
okay,
and commit them to
okay.
memory.
Okay, Green is Doc. Guy is Silver right now, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So so Doc basically apparently he leaves shit in his fucking hair, right? And he's like, "Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
put a transmitter on your fucking key when I was going to take it and put it in my pocket for a hot second, you know?" Which I'm not going to lie, was kind of sly. So I
Pretty smart.
respect it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you just get this whole thing where like they start listening to the transmitter and just being like the I guess second or third rate villains that they are, they literally just start spouting their fucking evil plan with the
Yeah,
key
the
right
plan that
there.
they planned out before, but I guess they want to remind themselves, like, oh man, we haven't talked about our evil plan within the last
honestly.
hour. What was it again? All right, it was this. Let's just talk about it out loud right now.
Yeah, and it's just like, let's just use the Sentai to invade space, so that way we don't get invaded.
Oh, hey, look, Ultron has some good points, right?
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, honestly, after look, 5 minutes on the internet, he wanted to destroy humanity. I get it. He sees
Yeah,
some
right?
wild shit on the fucking
Hey, look,
internet.
he realized, oh, wait, hold on, wasn't Ultron? Fuck, no, what was, was it Ultron that wanted to create the space army to invade other planets? Or was that Hydra that wanted to do that? I think it was Hydra. Ultron just wanted to kill everyone on Earth.
Ultron wanted to kill everyone on Earth, but he made a bunch
Yeah,
of
no,
like,
Hydra was the one that was like, hey, Earth keeps getting invaded. Why don't we invade instead?
I mean, they'll use any excuse to be, spread their Nazi ideology and in the universe. They didn't really need much to begin with,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it was Hydra. But like,
Yeah.
anyway,
Doc serves as a distraction while Guy and unpaid intern run away, right?
Yeah.
A long hallway too. It's a pretty long hallway, right?
Yeah. Also, I was very confused as to the importance of this guy because they like.
Oh yeah, no, it's
intern.
it did not occur to me until it actually came up, right? I was so confused by this character throughout the entire movie until the big revelation came, right? I mean, I'll save it till we actually get to there, right? It's such a weird fucking callback thing that they did with it, right? But anyway, yeah, they go to the apparently unsecure key room, right? Where they hold the all the Sentai was like, you would think this room would be better secure. Right?
Yeah, but like, she's the secretary is there and everything, and then literally Guy manages to steal a couple of keys. Where I'm like, you could just, force field him or something, right? Because she has that power.
They don't have force field apparently. They only have the power to summon past Sentai members, and that's it.
No, but like, I mean, yeah, but it's just like literally like within the scene earlier, we had this whole thing where she's just like, "Hey, I'm just gonna move my glasses and then force field like Marvelous so that Guy can get a hit in, right?" But I'm like, why don't you just force field Guy to stop him from taking the keys or stop him from leaving in the first place and get the keys?
Yeah, no, they don't do that apparently. Yeah, so yeah, they run a Guy and an unpaid intern run away, and they get chased by a bunch of Rangers. But then all of a sudden, Joe comes out of nowhere. And everything.
Yeah, he just comes in and is like, "Hey man, I'm making a fucking super cool entrance."
Well, I'm the coolest guy, Like I had to arrive very coolly at the last second, right?
Hey, man, that's what he does, and he did it very coolly indeed,
And he's like, "Go find Marvelous and give him those keys," right?
Yeah, and then then he's like, "But after what I did, is like, yo, Lamau, just go." Just like
That's right.
He's a nice guy. Come on, just go.
So then Guy and intern finds Marvelous and very conveniently, Guy managed to grab keys of the Sentai teams that they didn't use in the main series because these are the Sentai teams that came after them. What a coincidental odd for Marvelous to show off these new Sentai keys that has never been seen before, right?
Yeah, right.
And it's not like right after this stupid movie premiere, Bandai put out hey, you want to buy those new keys? We put up the premium Bandai product. It's like $80 for like 5 keys.
How much?
Shit.
Wait, is it really?
I think it was like, fuck, how many keys was this? Like 6 keys? 7 keys? For like $60 or some shit like that?
I'm looking this up right now. Premium Bandai.
Look up premium Bandai Ranger key. 10 Gokaiger. It's like really bad, right? Oh fuck.
Gokaiger. Oh, do I have to look up in fucking the Japanese section?
It's a lot. Let me see if I can fucking find the. I found it. Oh, there we go. Oh, there it is.
Mm-hmm. Oh. How much is it?
I'm just gonna send you the link, and we can look at this article together. Let's see. Okay, it's 11 keys. Okay, it's 11 keys, so it's not that bad, right?
Uh-huh.
At least it's fair. And it only costs where the
well, I'd still say it's kind of bad.
$55. All right, there we go. 11 keys for $55.
All right, it's not the worst, I'll say, but it's kind of still like I wouldn't buy them,
Yeah. Look. That's the thing of once you buy a Ranger key, it's very hard for you to get out, right?
Yeah.
I used to have a treasure chest full of Ranger keys, right?
Yes, I'm aware of that. I was there during the era when you wanted to switch them into, or mod them really into USBs. Yes, I was.
Oh yeah, that worked. Hey, I made some good money off of that stuff, right?
Oh, how
Yeah,
much
I
money
used
did you
I
make
used to
off that shit, dude?
I made a good amount, you know. That's a thing in my tax guy only needs to know, okay?
Look, nope, your tax guy didn't need to worry about it because you were in like fucking high school during that time, dude.
Yeah, no, don't worry. No, what people paid for them was what those people paid for them, all right?
Okay,
Hey, look,
alright.
I'm just gonna say it right now. Look, the Ranger key cost me like $3 to buy, and a 32 gig SD card was only like $16. All right, right. So that's like $20 of products I had to buy. Okay.
So wait, how much did you get back? Like how much did you sell them
Okay.
for?
Look, so if I spent $20 on material, how much do you think I could have I fucking got people to pay for them, right? You can take the guesswork for yourself, right? How much idiots I got to pay for way more than they need to, all
You
right?
see, if you say idiots, I'm gonna assume you doubled it and then made twice the
Oh,
profit.
wait. You think I would only stop? I'm making only $20 back. What do you think I am? Some fucking cheapo? What you? Some guy that doesn't believe in capitalism?
Oh,
Wait,
oh
like my
yeah.
hero Christopher Nolan says, I need to exploit for money. All right, I will
Alright.
do everything I can.
Okay, so you know what? You too are a fan of Atlas Shrugged, I see, and then you focus on only complete pure profit.
That's right. So anyway, so Marvelous and I get some new Ranger keys and they fucking show it off, right?
Right. And then
Yeah. So hey, look.
they all know the one-liners. You know, it's all fun and games. You know, they destroy like the
That's
fucking
right.
enemies or whatever.
Yeah. And then they show up those cool keys and everything, right?
Yeah. And then fucking guy's very happy, and then he gets tossed away by Marvelous. And then the kid's
Right?
like, man, it's been a while since I've seen you. And then they all
Yeah.
they all seem
Not
changed.
before we get the backstory of what happened with Marvelous, when he was in that fight with some pirate alien and everything. Alright, and that's why the ship was destroyed, which doesn't really explain why the ship was destroyed.
Yeah,
I feel like that's someone else. I feel like the ship destroyed was something that happened before the fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I know it's there to kind of just say like, oh yeah, the enemy's really was strong enough to just basically fuck them all up like that, or like Marvelous in particular with the ship, and then he just kind of runs off, and also he's Marvelous is bleeding from the goddamn eye, so that's kind of wild. But then again, it is like V cinema, so they can do a little.
Yeah. So they can get away with that stuff, right? Like, they get away more blood than they normally do, or when in the regular show. Yeah, it turns out it was just another pirate gang, and they're like, "Uh-oh, we're gonna take down the pirate gang," right?
Yeah.
And
And
then Joe comes out with the stupid fucking crystal. I was like, "Oh yeah, hey, check this out. It's the right."
Oh yeah,
Which
it's
I
like
feel
the
like this
soul
should
of
have.
the-
This was all really fucking weird. It was like, here's the soul of the crystal. I was like, here's the soul of the ship, and it's a giant fucking crystal. I thought like, it's like you could have fucking tied this better to Caravager somehow, right?
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for too, but it turns out it doesn't do that at all. Like, I
It's
thought
not
it was gonna
relevant.
be
Like it literally, like this thing didn't even have to be a giant crystal, right? They could have just been like, this thing could have literally just been like any other object, right? Like it doesn't really tie it to anything within the show. Within this thing.
if it tied into Kira Major in some way, like if it was a talking.
I mean, like they
ship or
already
something,
have
talking
fucking like
gem.
maybe have Joe go to Crystal and say, hey, where's the prince? Hey, you know anything about crystals? I see you're a bunch of crystal people. You can do something for this crystal for me?
And then
or some shit, right?
And then if you did this whole thing where it's just like, hey man, can you unlock the power of the crystal? Wakes up Crystal could now talk and gives power ups to the members that we see later on. Then I'm like, all right, cool. Now we know why it's a crystal.
Yeah, but no,
why
Joe
they
just says,
wanna do
hey,
that.
check out this rock I found, right?
Yeah, but they don't bother even doing that. It's just kind of like, yeah, it's just there. Oh, look, it's shining. Oh, we got new power-ups. Like, all right, cool.
That's
All right,
right. Yeah,
sure.
and then it turns out this has all been part of a big multi-step plan that they all been planning out. Right?
Yeah, because they're like, hey, man, these pirates that that out pirated us, are now doing pirate things on the planet by, basically playing Among Us, and so. In doing so, they've destroyed apparently 129 planets rather than 130. Also, I was kind of wondering, does that number have significance? Because
Nope. Nope. I think they just randomly chose a random fucking number, right?
Yeah, it's just like, this is big enough to show that they're a threat, right?
Right? It would have been more funny if they said something like, they destroy 45 other planets or some shit, right?
Yeah,
44,
honestly.
right? To make this time more, but they doesn't, right? But no, they just chose a random number.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, then we come to like the biggest callback within the show, right?
Yeah,
when Marvel's in the unpaid intern talks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah, so this goes back to actual Gokaiger within the series, right? So there was like random, so this character, right, the unpaid intern, who I don't think he even has a name within this fucking, did he even reveal his name within this?
I don't think so. I don't think they ever mentioned his name. They just remember, they're just like, oh yeah, I remember you, and that's basically it. I don't remember them saying his name at all, so.
According to this is Masatoshi Niwano. Okay, I guess.
Masatoshi. Okay.
I don't think this is relevant in any fucking way.
They didn't really make it relevant in the show, so it's probably not at all. So, that was the thing.
Right, yeah. So so this goes back to, there was like an episode of Gokaiger where the kid was like, right, the kid, right, the intern, right, like, oh yeah, my parents died when our planet got invaded, right? So he stole Marvelous's key to transform to fight, right? And like he was pretty much like this big angst moment, right? Like, oh man, I lost everything, right? Because my parents died, obviously, right? Right, and Marvelous had to like teach him the value of life or some shit, right?
I mean, wait,
Right.
really? Because like by the end of it, it sounds like he was teaching like Marvelous a lesson, from the callback that they were doing,
Yeah, right. I was like, yeah, that was the thing. Like, so I think that was the original. Like I said, it's been a while since I've seen this. I remember very loosely. Remember what happens with around this. I know this kid stole Marvelous's Morpher to take his key to avenge to do something. Whereas, like, I know his original plot within the show when it first came out 10 years ago was that revenge, right?
Yeah.
Right, and like or something, right? And now Marvel's there to teach him or something the lesson of not revenge, friendship. I don't fucking. But also, it's not even the same actor, right? It's not even the same actor, by the way. They didn't even bring the same actor that
really?
originally played the kid. That's why I was like, that's why I was really fucking confusing, right? Right, like.
Oh damn, that's fucking wild, dude.
Right? Is it like how in fucking Avengers Endgame they brought back the same actor that played that fucking kid in Iron Man 3 for that one scene, right?
Yeah, and everyone was fucking confused, like, who is this? Who the fuck is this? No one knows who he was until like you look it up online and like, oh, that was who they were.
Yeah, like such a weird fucking callback, right? I feel like if they were actually reaching to do this fucking callback with this kid from Gokaiger, they might have should have just brought back the original actor that played that kid, right?
Yeah, but I guess
if anything, but they didn't want to.
Probably cheaper,
Yeah. Also,
But,
it's really funny if you actually watch the flashback scene and the current and his grown-up version. They absolutely look nothing alike in any way.
Yeah, I mean that's why they try to like cut away as fast as possible from what I'm assuming, But,
Right, like the adult version and the teenage version literally looks nothing. There's like no similarities between them both, which I thought was extremely hilarious as well.
Honestly, but then
yeah, so this is a fucking weird callback to go. I mean, I guess it's nice. It's cool that they remembered this kid that he literally only appeared in one episode and didn't appear for the rest of the series.
He doesn't feel like he really I mean, I know it's because they brought him in because like where thematically it makes sense because it's like, oh yeah, we did this thing where we try to do good but we got tricked by bad guys, and now because we allowed this, do we really deserve to be protected? That kind of thing, right? And doing that call.
Oh wait, never mind. He appeared within the last episode. Okay, never mind. I guess. Yeah, sure. He made a cameo appearance in the last episode.
Oh, nice.
Okay, there you go.
So like,
sure.
I kind of get it, but it's just kind of like, but from afterwards, he doesn't really do much, afterwards. He's just kind of there to really just say like, hey man, are we worth it? And it's like, yeah, you're still kind of worth it. It's like, cool. And then I don't think he appears afterwards, No,
it's really funny. Like, and then he has like one other scene throughout and then he just disappeared from the rest of the movie, which I thought was hilarious, right?
Yeah, it's just
right, yeah.
like, oh yeah, my job is done, or I'm just gonna bow out now. And then you get like the whole where we're back in the ministry office and they're beating up like Doc, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're just beating Doc up like shit, and then you get like you get Yellow, who I don't.
Yeah, Luca.
Yeah, Luca,
Mm-hmm.
who's just like filming, right, and everything.
Yeah, she's YouTube, eh? She's like, all filming crime in progress. Check out this crime happening.
Yeah,
you know?
And then you see how it's like he's like look at him, he's fucking beating him up and everything, and then man literally just starts like replaying the fucking the recorded
audio
transmission that they had from earlier, right? Is like where they just like very naively started explaining their fucking like evil plot and, like to themselves and shit. And then it's like, all right.
And then here's the stupid shield for Crystalia that everyone knows about. By the way, remember this fucking shield for Crystalia?
So like,
here it is.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you don't remember it? Well, don't worry about it, okay? Just accept it as fact, all right? We're just here to, we're here to reveal the bad guy's plot. Don't worry about how this actually happens.
Yeah. And then it turns out that everyone besides the minister was an alien, except for the body, just a guy in body paint, which I thought was really fucking hilarious, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really funny how the other two, like both the secretary guys, like actual guy aliens, but then the bodyguard guy was just they just body painted him.
Over. Yeah, they just did body paint.
I thought that was really fucking funny as well.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, to be fair though, he does look intimidating enough that it works. It just works, It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they decided to blow up the fucking office. I forgot to.
Yeah.
Forgot how they just shoot a couple of bullets. They just blow up the entire office, and then somehow.
No, of course,
Somehow magically, they're in the underground like fucking parking lot.
Somehow. What do you mean? What do you mean? When you go from the 30th floor to the parking garage, that's reasonable, That's scene change, No question about scene change. You've been watching of these stupid Kamen Rider Super Sentai to know that you should never question scenery change, right?
I will always
no matter how outrageous they are, right?
Dude, that fucking the fucking in Kamen Rider when fucking they went from the underground base to like fucking outside somehow was the most egregious fucking scenery change.
Oh no, that one was really fucking bad. In terms of Kamen Riders, I think that's probably one of the worst I've ever fucking seen.
It's really bad. Yeah, I like the scene where they fight, but the transition is horrible. I hate it so much.
Yeah. So anyway, the minister tries like, I'm gonna steal these keys, but don't worry, the boy comes in and beat the shit out of an old man, and that's it. And I think that's like literally the last time we see this.
Oh yeah, you're right. That is the last time we see. I forgot
we
see that scene for a hot second. But yeah, he loses.
And that's it. Like the last time we see, I think that's like we see both of them, right? In general.
No, yeah.
Because we don't see.
I mean, aside from like the bloopers and the credits and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But those don't really count within the main movie, so
right? Like that's the thing we ever see the boy. It's just this unpaid intern beating the shit out of an old man,
Yeah,
and nothing really comes out of that, right? Like so as long as the minister is trying to get like the Sentai keys, right? But the boy's like, I know, I'm gonna stop. Like there's like no resolution to that plot. Like what happens afterwards, right?
Don't worry.
Like does the
boy
boy return the unpaid intern returns the Sentai key or what?
Oh god, can you imagine? He has to go to a couple of other places. Like, doesn't in one of them, wouldn't he have to go to the future or some shit?
Yeah, and then to be fair, there's like 5 dead people keys. There's like 6. There's a good number of dead people keys is there as well.
Yeah, how is he gonna return?
I guess he could go to their gravestone and leave something there for them,
Oh god, wait, do you think they grave robbed? Do you think they grave robbed for the keys?
But that's the problem, right? How Dead Ranger's keys even exist, right? Because within the show's narrative, it shows that the actual spirit actually gave blessing for their Ranger keys. Like they did like the whole stupid dream sequence or some shit, right? Like because Guy's Ranger key is made of like 3 Rangers that are actually dead, right? Because Time Fire is dead, is canonically dead. Dragon Ranger, the Green Ranger. The Green Mighty Morph is canonically dead within Sentai, and Oberoi Killer is also canonically dead, right? So for God, they actually visited him in his dream and gave him those Rangers gave him their blessing for their Ranger keys to him, or power or some shit, right?
Oh my god, yeah, how,
But at least when we're showing Gokaiger that Rangers can come back if they talk to God, I guess, right? Because God's hey, let my spirit come back to Earth, right?
Oh yeah, isn't God canon?
Yeah.
There's a Kamen Rider that where God was canon.
No, just God's canon and everything. Look.
Oh,
Look,
God's
every
getting
fandom, every fictional series has God, right? You can't escape God, all right? That's how much his reach goes, right?
Oh my God! Not even in multimedia can we escape him.
No. Look, that's the thing. That's the thing. Look, God will always be there for when you need him, right? Right?
Look, if the Sentai,
Except on fuck. What day was that?
what day? Which day we're talking about?
Yeah, hold on. Except on the what day was that? What day was that? That happened? Except on June 24th, 2022. Right?
Oh my God! Jesus. Okay, of course we're putting that in.
I
Oh
don't know
my
what you're
God.
talking about. I'm just naming a random date in time, right? That date means nothing,
Yeah,
right?
no, I don't
What
have
are
to.
you talking
I don't have to
about?
mention the Supreme Court or anything, do I?
What Supreme Court? I
What
don't know what
Supreme
you're
Court?
talking about.
Oh my
Anyways,
God.
they fight the stupid alien people or whatever the fuck, right? And then the stupid Gokai Galleon Soul, where the fuck it comes up with the
Mhm.
stupid keys, where they give everyone stupid giant armor bits that looks really fucking stupid.
Yeah, like, okay, well, before we talk, like, I really like the fight scenes that we were getting in this, like,
Oh yeah, no,
honestly, it
the fight
looks
scene
really,
beforehand was really good because it shows off every of the Rangers' strengths, right?
yeah. And this is like, also you get like fucking like Yellow or Luca or whatever, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
like tossing swords around, like the sword around like on string and shit, and then you get like Pink fucking like shooting with the guns and everything, and then it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's all, look, honestly, it was really cool. That was like probably my favorite bit during this whole fucking movie is just the actual fight
Yep.
scene, where everyone just transforms and just like fucking kicks ass. That's actually pretty fucking great. But
Yeah.
the fucking weird little bits that they add to the like to each ranger's odd,
It's really bad. I think it's really fucking dumb.
Yeah, I'm
Right,
trying
because
not
this
to
is
be mean
again, this
about
goes back to
it.
weird fucking reference, right? Because this is all within like the shows, right? Because so everyone gets like a weird armor piece, right? And you're thinking, why the fuck don't they all get like some weird coherent armor bits, right?
Yeah,
Right,
but
that's what
then
you're thinking, right? So
yeah,
the reason is because they all get these weird, because that's what they correspond to on the actual Megazord, right? So like
I kind of figured that, and I thought we were
so
gonna.
Doc gets like a cannon on his left arm, right? And then within the show, his mecha forms the left arm of the Megazord.
Mhm.
Joel gets the right arm, gets right giant Wolverine claws, and his Megazord formed the right arm. I am and Luca got leg bits, and they were the leg bits of the Megazord, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the red is like the main body or whatever. Like
Mm-hmm.
it tracks, right? But I'm just kind of like,
But no, but it just looks really fucking dumb.
no,
These
yeah, it
bits are
doesn't.
too out. I think they're just too large and fucking
They
stupid.
they're too they look very unwieldy. Like they would be impractical in an actual fight if you were to move them
Right?
around.
Like if these were like weapons or some shit, like something that's like more practical, I would have liked it more. But it looked really fucking stupid, right?
Yeah, but even afterwards when they go on just basically on
Oh
Marvelous,
yeah, they're
right?
fine when they do the fucking combination, fucking stupid. When they do the actual 10 Gokaiger bit, right?
Yeah,
Which still
uh-huh.
doesn't really make sense. I guess it's 10 because it's the Rangers and their Megazords are considered as separate bits,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know because like, the thing is like when all that stuff was happening, it made me think that they were gonna get we were gonna get a Megazord fight, right? But we didn't even get that, and it's just kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he's together, then he defeats the final enemy, and it's like, okay, I
Yeah,
don't know, it
technically,
just didn't feel.
the way that they try to, uh, what was it? The way they try to like show up the make the word 10 inclusive within this movie is really fucking stupid, right? Like it makes
Mhm.
almost no sense why how they keep trying to shove the word number 10 when it does means absolutely nothing, right? Yeah, so
Yeah.
Marvel becomes a giant fucking cluster. Like Jesus, this looks so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
It looks
it's
really
not
fucking
great.
bad once you put it all on one person. It was already outrageously stupid on one person, but when all 10 of them combined, all 5 of them combined
Mhm.
on one person, it looks like really god awful.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, so yeah, Marvel does his stupid finisher move like pew pew.
Mhm.
You're dead now. Right there you go. The day is saved. Navi comes out and she's like, hey, yeah, you guys forgot about me. You guys forgot about me. Where was I in this movie? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then they all leave the bird behind, and Navi breaks the fourth wall to the audience, like, "Hey, we're gonna sing the theme song," even though she's never fucking done this before to us, the audience, right? About singing the
Mm-hmm.
theme song. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we get the theme song, right? And then everyone goes to eat curry. Oh yes, that was a bit within the show, right? The first episode, right? They go eat curry, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this is like one another callbacks within the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
To the show, and they go eat curry. And then it turns out Marvel's never fucking never lost his eye in general, and he just has a
Yeah.
pimple,
He just has it
which I
for
thought was
style.
actually kind of fucking hilarious, right?
He's just like, I think it looks cool, man. That's all.
Yeah, and yeah, right? Yeah. I don't need to see a doctor whose fucking work operate is based on her mood. That doesn't seem like a good doctor to go visit. That seems like that doctor might be a liability to some.
I like that a lot, though. I liked when they just mentioned her like that. It was fucking great. But I
Mhm.
mean, it's fun little tidbits, But I think
Yeah.
well, we're done with this, really, right? So
Yeah, we're done with it. Mhm,
I think
mhm,
it's fun. I think it was a fun movie
mhm.
overall, even though there's some weird issues with it, just like
Yeah, there's a
minor
lot of
ones.
weird plot hole issues with this, right? Nothing. There's like a lot of weird payoffs. They do a lot of callbacks, right? Which I think was neat,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
right? But I
mean,
feel like,
uh,
but it's just like this is a fucking bunch of weird. Like it was like the fucking callback to the intern being the boy is like such like the biggest fucking like right, because the intern the 10 years ago didn't
mhm.
even had a name. He literally showed up for one episode and that was it,
Yeah,
right?
the thing is, like, when I first saw this, I assumed, like, until you told me otherwise, I thought he had a pretty big impact on the show or something, and that's why they brought him back, and it's just, like, kind of wrapped in mystery a little bit. But if he only showed up to one episode, it's just like,
And then just had a cameo appearance within the
okay.
last episode, right?
Yeah, and I'm
It's
like,
like really fucking weird.
that's interesting, I guess. It's not, like, the greatest, like, not the greatest thing you could have done, but, like, I would have figured you would have gotten another character or something, like, that had more impact, like, on the series or like the season as a whole or something like that, But
Right. Yeah.
but it was fine for the most part, I like the
Mm-hmm.
movie, despite its like plot inconsistencies at certain points. Because honestly,
It's
the plot's
so fucking bad.
mostly solid. The plot's mostly solid. It's just like a little bit like the little red herrings where they don't really make any logical sense.
Yeah, I feel like
and
there's
stuff.
definitely a lot of fucking plot holes that they didn't fucking bother to go over with in this movie, right? Like, it's just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it was a time issue or the fact that no one bothered to write it, and after like, oh fuck, we forgot this plot. What do we do? What do we? What do we do? We finished shooting. What do you want me to do?
Also,
That's not my fucking problem. Give the footage to the editor. No, they'll figure out what to do.
Also, like,
Right.
if it wasn't for the after credit scene, well, even then, it's like it kind of ends really abruptly,
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of
Right.
ends with like the.
And what do you mean?
fourth
They go
wall
eat
break.
curry. It's just a callback.
Yeah, sure, but I'm just like, man, that's kind of a sudden, like, that's a kind of sudden end, regardless. And then you go to credits,
Mhm.
and then after credits, and then or mid credits really, and then you go to rest of the credits with the bloopers and stuff.
Mhm.
That's
Right.
kinda
Right.
like, all right then. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
otherwise, I mean, it was fun. It was fine.
Mhm. Yeah. I don't think it's that great.
I think it was.
Like I
I
said,
mean,
because what's the rest of the law? Like I said, the fact that you haven't seen Gokaiger, right?
Yeah.
You would actually know, like there's like such like a bunch of weird fucking issues. I think the callbacks are nice that they do, right? But I feel like it's really they just wanted to do. There was like a lot of weird forced callbacks that they put in,
mhm.
right?
I mean, like for me, because I haven't really seen Gokaiger. Like for me, I'm like the fights were like really good. So like if anything, I
Mhm.
got like
Yeah, the
some
thing I
good
like
amount
about it
of
is like it
enjoyment
did.
from it.
They were very good with their fight direction, right?
Yeah, for sure. And it was like it's like if you don't like as me as a casual fan, if anything, like going into this not
Mhm.
really knowing about Gokaiger like that, it's
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
it's all right, That's the kind of the thing. But you if you're saying how like if you watch the show, it's probably a different flavor that you might be like, this is kind of meh. But the fights are like, I mean, there are still positives to glean from it. Fights again were one of them, and I did like the character interactions like a
Mhm.
lot.
Mhm.
So I mean, those are fun to see, especially not knowing any of these characters. It's kind of fun to see how they just kind of fuck around with each other. But
Right. Right.
I think that's it.
That's it. All right. Well, we're done with this.
I mean, I think we're done with it. Yeah. Unless you
All
have
right.
anything else
All
to
right.
say.
No, hey, let's go find a bench where Guy Yuki died.
Oh
You
my
know.
God. I kind of wish that they did that though. I kind of wish that they did the fucking like reference that we. It would be great. Just stab him. He ends up falling into the bench that he does actually die on.
Jeez. All right. Hey, boy, I can't wait to see when this actually gets uploaded. Right. You know.
Oh
Right.
yeah, like in.
That's the fun. That's the fun part right now. It's trying to figure out when this gets uploaded. Right.
Like probably like maybe 10 years down the line or something.
Yeah. Look, like I said, it could be September. You know. And look, Halloween is next week, William. You know, right? I can't wait for this year's.
Yeah,
I
sure
can't
it
wait for a
is.
sexy,
Sure it is.
sexy Supreme Court member Halloween costume. I can't wait to go to where people just a sexy Supreme Court justice, you know.
Jesus, oh god, yeah, sure, that'll be real popular. Everyone loves the Supreme Court.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. What a great October it is to be talking about how much we love the Supreme Court justice.
Exactly. Can't
Okay,
wait.
that's it. Okay, all right, that's it. I'm done. I'm gonna be over with this. All right, coronavirus is still a thing. Wash hands, wear a mask, get your shots. The booster's a thing now. Okay, thanks. Bye.